Welcome. Yay. Hi guys, welcome. I have so many fun. I brought a lot of supplies to play with. Also, I'm really excited about that. Hi.
Well, hello, hello. I'm hearing the clapping on our end too, so it's
You
fantastic that
too,
everybody
right?
is, you know, really rooting for all of the amazing workers that have been helping us through this event, and I'm very thankful and blessed for them.
Me too. I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's like a party out there. I forget sometimes, and it's it's awesome.
Oh, absolutely. Every time I hear it, I think I'm like, is somebody having a party outside? And then I'm like, oh, that's right, we're cheering,
Okay,
right?
we had Greek Easter on Sunday, and we had a full on little hi Karen. We had like a full little fake Pope mobile go through and music, and we've
That's
had
magical.
New York dude go through that comes through like a little parade. It's
I
interesting.
love that. See, like on our end, we had for a random reason, we had Santa and Mrs. Claus walk down our block.
Oh, that's normal.
Yeah, I was like, okay, okay. But I love it because it got all the kids were really excited to see them. They were like, oh, they're here in the middle of the summer. So I thought
Yeah.
it was really sweet.
Okay, I'm here for that. We need a little bit of fun stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not an ice cream truck anymore, really, right? Is an ice cream truck?
no, I don't think they're considered a necessity, even though they really should be.
I, I'm kind of okay. I'm ready for this. You guys ready for this? Woo! Oh,
Woo! It's my favorite noise in the world.
Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Guys, welcome everybody. Thanks so much for being here. We're like, we've been doing this, and we've been having kind of going through different little topics. And today we were talking about custom pieces and harnesses, and trying to maybe attempt one or
Yeah.
starting make a little plan at least for one. So I brought tons of supplies. But first, how are you doing? And tell me about this awesome headband.
I'm doing well. Just working from home and, trying to, have that be the new normal,
Hmm.
which is tough because I'm a social butterfly and I like to have sort of a routine be in the office. So that's been a little tough, but, I'm still enjoying, being home, and I have a really nice view of the park. So it's very peaceful. Um, and then, so
This, this
for a
is
period of time, I'm sorry.
this is very custom.
Yes. Custom by me. So I was really inspired by Solange. So Solange had, her smash breaking album, her amazing album that came out about, I want to say, a year and a half ago.
Hmm.
And it was just very thought provoking, and the visuals were just so beautiful. And they utilized a lot of crystal, and they incorporated that into both Western and African American culture artistry. So they would wear looks, and there was one guy that was in head to toe crystal, mask, the whole nine, all the way to the floor. And I was so inspired by that. I was like, you know what? Let me just have some fun with it. So I went to a Modell's and I saw this and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna take one of these headbands and add some crystal to it. Thank you. When I get home, I was blanking on the title. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Larry.
We need help.
um,
Remember it
we
all.
we do. Sometimes we need a quick reference, a quick what is that called again? I
We're
wish I had Google ready.
call in, right? You know?
Exactly. I have to phone a friend.
Yeah. Wait, so did you individually place each crystal, or is that it comes in a strip like that?
So it comes in a strip. So I got it at M&J Trimmings.
Okay.
So it actually it comes on a sort of a panel. So it's a panel on top. So I just sewed the panel, and then this just hangs under.
It's perfect.
Thank
It's
you.
right. It's cute because it looks comfy. It's not over. If it was here dangling on my ear, I might get bugged. But you did the perfect thing where you made a little bang fringe.
Yeah, I mean, these are the only bangs I'll ever have in my life. So I was like, why not? But
Yep.
I,
Doing
I would, again, I'd be the same way. I feel a little weird having something on the back of my ear.
Yeah, no, I don't. I would be super annoyed. But what if you did one that was full, even further down, became shades?
Ooh, I may have to do that next time because I do have I made this, and then I also made a matching denim jacket with
Yeah,
a longer crystal fringe.
yeah,
Um,
very Western inspired. Now I'm understanding
very
because
Western inspired.
you have brought up the Western inspired our last couple conversations. This is a newer thing for you. You're,
Yeah, I
you're
mean,
very encrusted, also, right?
yeah, no, definitely. I mean, Larry, who was amazing and gave me the amazing reference just now, has really inspired me. That's my partner, as you know, and he's from Tennessee. He, grew up you know, around nature a lot and was, you know, obsessed with the 70s and obsessed. Obviously, he's very proud of like, you know, his Southern roots and, you know, the Western sort of references in his clothes. And he wears a lot. He loves his cowboy boots. He loves his fringe. He loves like, you know,
Brand.
a mixture of like Dries Van Noten and Etro, like good colors, good mixture of fabric. So I've been inspired a lot from him.
More patterns coming in there. You know what I mean? A rhinestone cowboy. Yes,
Yes.
exactly. I was thinking also of Little Nas again because we were talking about, you brought that up and I was like, oh, I see that. I see this. I see this.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool. This I see too because this has a little flair of like athleisure, you know?
Yeah. So it's kind of like my nod to like New York. I mean, I used to do when I was in basketball, like in 8th grade, you know, when I was athletic. I those
Okay,
good old days.
we'll revisit that later because that is super cute.
No, I do love me some sports sometimes. Yeah, I prefer to play it than watch it because I get bored watching it.
Yeah.
But I
But
would
you
always wear a headband because I thought it was a cool accessory. That was always my thing. I always had to have a headband. I had different colored headbands. I even like because it was the early 2000s. I even had a Von Dutch headband, and I thought I was so cool.
I have not heard that word in like, is that what? Whoa, talk about where did that company go?
I was thinking about it a couple days ago, and I was like, I had a Von Dutch headband. Wow.
And you paid a pretty penny for that too. Do you know?
Yeah, I saved up all my allowance money and I bought it. You're damn right.
Luxury.
Darling, luxury. Because I couldn't get any of the hats. They were like $80. I was like, okay, cool. I'll get like a $15 to $20 headband. Great. And I have Von Dutch that I sweat the hell out of.
Well, at least you were stylish. I can see it. I always had to have the right outfit for the right thing. Because I played tennis, and tennis is all about the outfits.
Oh,
too.
yes.
Like, the right
Oh, yes. You have to wear the matching skirt with the matching polo.
I had the like A-line, not traditional one, like updated, like Hot Topic version, but Nike. And me.
I just picture like a Nike outfit with like a bunch of ball chain because you added Hot Topic into it.
Humongous ball chain. Okay. It was like
I live.
I wanted to be like classy, right? And that's
Yeah. Oh, that's so chic. Just with that.
full outfit.
Yes.
Like tight. More fitted. I wanted it fitted.
Of course. That's the best way to do it.
I was young. I was young. I don't know. It looked good. It was really short too. It was the whole thing. It was a look.
Exactly. That was the look.
I had a good time.
That's what you got to do.
I like that you had a headband. This goes really well with your eyeglass. You really like glasses and accessories, like different things. You have like different types of accessories, I think.
Yeah. I love a good accessory because I mean, like, you could wear an all black outfit, but I feel like your accessories are the things that make it like $1 million looking outfit.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Exactly.
And you can have for many seasons. If you know what I mean? It's not, they're seasonless a little bit more, especially jewelry. Well, for me, jewelry is seasonless. Hello. Like,
hi.
But people buy it more like, not as an investment per se, but it's more, has other things happening beyond being like like always a fashion item. People, it's like sentimental, weddings, you know. Yeah. So you have like different categories of jewelry.
Absolutely. And they're all collector's items. I mean, a lot of them are collector's items, so you can very much like, I love like this interesting piece that they made. It's a one of a kind. Ooh.
That's a good one. Karen, that's my good friend Karen I grew up with. Okay, what's your favorite that you never leave the house with? Out.
Okay. Megan, you first, because I really have to think about this.
Holy moly, okay. Right? I was like, okay.
I know, I'm like frozen now.
I almost want to say my phone, but I always wear these rings, like in terms of like adornment.
Yeah.
I wear different, I need to put earrings on. I'm wearing like usually like some kind of studs or something. Hi. But then I always wear this cuff, this sterling cuff, because it's like it's my most favorite thing I've ever done. And
I love that piece.
It's like, I feel very put together. It's really not, it's very simple. I think I want to make this for myself in 14 karat yellow gold.
Yeah,
I think it's worth it. I know that I'm worth the investment, and these pieces, I know I'll wear them to death.
absolutely. No, absolutely. I'm the same.
Like these change, like this hand changes more. I don't know.
Hey, you switch it up.
Yeah, what about
I my access. Oh, that's hard.
spotlights on you? Yeah, I
That
know you have good accessories.
well, okay. So things that I can never leave without out the house. Pre-quarantine,
Oh,
I can leave the house without one piece of jewelry and a bag.
oh, okay.
I have to have one of the either or both. Now, being that when I go outside for, the basics like grocery shopping,
Yeah.
laundry, things like that, I have to have a bag with me. And you're wearing gloves, so I can't wear I probably could go over the gloves and like have my jewelry, but then it's like then you have to sanitize it after, and then you have to.
I put it underneath
Okay.
that one piece. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
see, that's perfect because it's more flat. So
I've decided this is a suite they go together. It's my one piece.
that's your one piece, absolutely.
Yeah. Wait, so
Okay, that one piece
I'm
is
still being a handbag person though, because you are
yeah. I have to bring a bag. I have to have a bag. That's the one piece.
always, always, and you have all the sizes from really little to really extreme big.
Yeah.
Do beard accessories exist? No, I don't know.
No, but they should. I mean, like I've seen like people do they put like glitter in it, they'll do flowers. I have a picture of me on on my Instagram, and we actually put flowers
Oh, I like that.
into my beard. And it was like a day that we were just sitting in the park. It was a picnic that we had. Um I think it was for Chris's birthday.
Oh,
I think it was
nice.
in May, and it was last May, and we just like Larry and Chris put a bunch of flowers in my beard, and just it was a lot of fun. But like I obviously couldn't do that every day because that would be such a process.
Yes,
That would take me like an hour and a half.
but also awesome. I mean, they filled it
Oh,
up. Okay, I need to see
oh
that.
yeah,
Okay, we'll post that later because that's awesome.
yeah,
I
yeah.
could see also with almost like little gold rings. You know how sometimes people have it in their hair throughout. I love any. I want to put things like in here, right?
Yes, yes, I'm absolutely here for that. My concern is I would start losing them because
Yeah.
that's my only concern. I feel like if it was maybe like towards like here because it's like more flattened onto the skin,
Yeah, because you kind
so
of.
there's not as much movement going here versus here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I could be wrong though.
Like this is like a very interesting design challenge.
I mean, the only like accessories I've seen is like people like dye their beard or spray paint their beard like gold or silver or like some very like lime green or like something crazy.
Like what? But how itchy is that? That's what I feel
Oh
like.
my
This
god, no.
so much glitter right here.
And it would get all over your clothes and
And eating, I'd be like, well, I feel you would definitely inhale a ton of glitter, which is basically plastic. So
yeah.
kind of something to be aware of, I guess.
Yeah. That wouldn't be something I would go to is to spray paint my beard just because. But I mean, like, if they do offer accessories, I would definitely be here for it.
I know you would. I'm like, I could see you being, yeah, because it's
Yeah,
having a fake piercing in some ways. I could see it.
exactly. I think the only way I can think of is like if they added like a track on like the inside of like a beard of some sort or like some sort of mechanism where you can hook things in and it doesn't fall out.
What if it goes around your ear?
That's true.
Raja style. I could have it like. Okay, I made this one earring. Okay, I made this thing like
I'm here for it.
it was. I feel pretty non-functional. It was earrings like this, right? But they
Okay.
came like this in the front, almost like an eyewear chain.
Yeah.
What are we feeling about that? Because I feel like that's
I
dangerous. Also,
I feel like that is so up my alley. It's not even funny. I've seen like
Alex, it's also,
I've seen people like have something similar, but I love it because it's like the way that you can play with it. You can do a multi-chain, you can do, and it's just like you're basically having two pieces of two accessories at once. It is dangerous, yes, because if somebody grabs that, that's gonna hurt. But if you're around people that you love and know that won't mess with you,
I mean, it'd be good for like a picture. That's what I keep thinking. Or my
absolutely.
what if you had the okay, here's where I think you could do it and it'd be smarter. Speaking
Okay.
of, okay, my pad, I brought this for you to demonstrate while we're talking.
Okay. So guys, so every time we have, so for those of you who have not joined us prior, Megan and I have collaborated so many times. We're really good friends. And we've collaborated on quite a few pieces. And this is kind of like how we start off like our inspiration board, or like things that we've seen, or, you know, things of that nature.
Like the start.
So we usually start off with her starting to draw, and she just starts drawing.
So this would be like, okay, it was like an earring, right? And it made a cool earring or something. But then
Right.
this came below and became like this chain, right? That came over here. But what if we did this instead, where this is the ear, right? What if we had an ear hook thing go around the ear? Like
Okay.
and then from here, the chain comes down. It would be like this, but it would come around here, and it wouldn't be in your piercing then.
That would be probably a lot more. That would probably be a lot more comfortable, and it won't weight the ear, so it would just sit perfectly. Yeah, I think that would probably be a better approach to doing that.
That's not a picture, but you get more what I'm saying, right?
No, absolutely, it's a good picture. And yeah, we actually our first just to answer your friend's question, that was actually one of our first Instagram lives, is that we showed some of the pieces that we've worked together on. But I can definitely bring some out toward, like, maybe towards the end, and just show some examples of what we've worked on.
Sure, if you want, but you also have the chain bra right there, because that's one of the.
I do. You have a point there.
We're talking with the front clasp, which was like, I think, perfect. But we need to
I love it.
needs to be adjusted a little bit. So we're gonna do a redo, but we're gonna make I think we should make. Okay, so I put out to the IG live audience. I was like, do you guys want harness, cape, pearl bra?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, it's up to us. We can do whatever we want.
Oh, absolutely. But, you know, we like some guidance. We like to have a little fun. We like to have people's opinions.
Totally. Or I said crop vesters, crop like cardigan or something, right? So those are some ideas. So I brought also some ideas. I was thinking restrict it to more the cable, because we've done chain recently. Let's go back to cable, and a little bit if we want to add the pearls. And speaking of pearls, I'll do a little supply demonstration, because I kind of got to. Yes, the chain bra. Yes, because I have to make each chain bra is unique, because it has to be done for the person to their measurements. Yeah. So that's like, and a lot of stuff that's body related, you have to be, if it's going to be full torso, you have to think about sizing in a way. And if I was using it's like epaulettes, that can fit more people, and I can do kind of more unisex or one size and be fine. But doing something, it's a little bit different with proportion. And different genders too, right? So
Absolutely.
Have to be aware of that. This is delicious, by the way. I got real from California, nicer a little bit.
Oh, we love some California.
That's great.
The France of the United States in terms of wine.
Yeah. Well, I got some like kind of mixed bag box of wine. I didn't get to choose. I'm like, oh, it's been pretty.
Is that the naked wines that you were talking about?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna come over here and show you some stuff, because it's like exciting. So to make some of this like pieces, I'll have a couple like examples here, because I wanted to be able to show people. I use this large cable.
Yes.
And I've done like, you have some big harnessy ones that go like this, almost like a beauty pageant sash, right?
Yes.
And this is a more minimal version, and I put little pearls in there.
Beautiful. Are those almost like, are they like a?
They're they're kind of, I guess they're peacock light gray. So the peacock means that they have a finish that gets a little iridescent. So you get greens and purples and blues kind of floating in there when you catch the light right. Basically, most of the pearls try to get colored with grays or like a darker charcoal. Them done peacocks that gives a little bit more depth. it's not opaque and just dies. We get darker,
Right.
it lose stuff too because the white is like, oh, so brilliant, oh, so easy.
Absolutely. But I love like the sort of like the iridescent.
I
Exactly.
love it too.
I love how Larry said it at the same time. He's like, I love an iridescent moment. And I was saying the same thing.
I feel the
That's why I
same.
prefer the darker pearls. I feel like there's a lot more brilliance to them.
Totally. Yeah, pearls. I've really chosen pearls for this with this material in particular. Notice I keep going back to it and using it together because I think functionally it's light enough weight. The pearls are lightweight already, which is nice. They're
Right.
not crazy heavy. I get them super drilled, like they're a little bit bigger drilled, so it goes on the
Oh,
large.
wow.
Put them on leather too. That's another option I've done because my mom is she requests things. I'm like, oh, I can do that.
She loves a custom made piece.
Mm-hmm.
As rightfully so, as Mama Riley.
She has a lot of pieces. It's really impressive.
I love to see her closet.
I tell you, you guys, she's a collector too, you know. So this I did. You can see some of the pearls here that I floated on there, but see all the colors?
Yeah. I love the mixture because you have like the white, but it brings out even more the darker pearls because there's more of an iridescence with them, and obviously the white pearl has the pearlescent.
Yeah, you can see it.
It's
And against black, it shows up.
That's stunning.
And it can show up.
And I love like the different sizes too, so it like almost gives it more texture.
Yeah, I did get quite a good size mix because I like to play with I like the randomness, so it's not. It also floats on here, so it's kind of like a fidget toy or an abacus. But I can set the pearls. These I left loose, but these I
Right.
actually set. So we have options to think about if we want to
Yeah.
loosey like pearls loose, or do you want to have straight lines or some straight lines mixed? There's ways to incorporate what, and also maybe not right here. You don't want pearls right here, and then we break it up and then mix it in a nice seamless way so it looks designed and intentional.
Absolutely.
Art
Absolutely.
thinking, yes.
Yes. No, I agree because if it sits under here, it may get lost or it may not. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I brought a ton of hardware, so we're gonna go through some of the hardware that I have on offer right now because I've been collecting a ton of fun stuff. Some really big clasps because I know we talked last week. We talked purses and hardware, and I got
Mhm.
you were speaking my language, so we'll go through some fun like options. So this
Yay.
I did more of like setting of the pearls, and I put the little ends.
Mm-hmm.
So these are aluminum tubes, and that's how I'm connecting everything. That's like the little rivet that's going to be how I'm creating all these structures. This is like my language that I've developed over 10 years, and like
Absolutely.
little and the big.
Right. And a lot of the pieces that I've collaborated with her on have those pieces, and they're almost like they're their own like add-on to it. It's almost like a cool detail to it. It's not even just like functional, it's also fashionable.
Thank you. I try to think about that. That's why I was showing you some options with them because you can make them into part of the design. They pick up light differently. You
Ooh.
try to cluster them here or try to do like we made 5, but I balanced that. Little things like this are really totally dork out on, but really nice additions. So you can see how flexible it is too. So I can get some fun change some shapes here
I
maybe.
love that.
We were talking about
Just like playing around and enjoying it. But I loved when you had it sit like sort of like
sideways.
over here. Yeah. And I love that like additional like the because then you see like this sort of like amazing add-on, this cool detail, and there's like the texture in it with like the closures, but it also has texture because it's sort of elevated off of you.
It's
I love that cool detail.
This was
Yeah.
like one of those super simple pieces, but it's actually a little bit complicated. It's one piece of cable woven and back and forth on itself. Then I weave it together here,
Mm-hmm.
but it actually holds together so it doesn't completely collapse or like spring apart. So
Right.
super simple ways of doing things that are effective. So that's
Now,
one
how did you discover those like sort of closures? Like, where did you find those that you were just like, I'm gonna start using these for my cable pieces?
good question. So the gold and silver ones I use in the small V are readily available in like bead making, and my mom found them when I was a little kid. Like
Oh,
7, we did a research experiment, and we're like, we're gonna figure out how to do this. We want to figure out a way to close and end on this weird cable stuff. So my mom had researched, like, this is the best way to like make this jewelry for or finish clasp. So I took it, got really good at it, and then started using it as the actual functional element of all my pieces, and then started using it as a design element as well. Yeah.
I do
Like,
later on. I'll show some more pieces of like some of our examples of working together. I can pull some of them out and definitely show like all of our collaborations. It's
there's a
such a great
lot.
time, like going into the studio and just like
So fun.
collaborating, even just talking. And
This is like the fake way of, this is like how we're doing it virtually now, right? Right?
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
So these are
yeah,
the like,
I miss the studio though.
I know me,
I know you do. I know you miss it.
I need to make special jump rings, like these humongous jump rings to attach these safety pins. So I did these safety pins. This is like a whole nother thing. But this is like, I'm always working on 10 things at once. But this, remember this? This is like similar.
It's similar to the piece that I do have, yeah.
Yeah.
With the closure. Yeah, it's exact. Is that the
Is
similar closure that you did for mine?
yours? I don't remember if I did it this way.
So I think you did it with just one closure. Like it doesn't have a circular, it's just one like
Yeah. I specially
one
made that thing.
yeah.
It was like a big like
I mean
staple, oval staple. So that's what I'm trying to but then I realized, oh, I could do this, but I don't like it. It looks too dinky. So I need to make specialty like hardcore, some biggies.
I don't think it looks too dinky because it's like a good
It's a,
supporter, and it also separates
yeah,
them even further, so it gives that larger detail.
it will
So
make
it pulls the focus to that.
yeah, I like that too. So that's why I'm like, maybe I'll keep going with it, but I think the middle ring should be a little bit more substantial so it balances out the heaviness of the safety pins, which are like these big flat planes right here. This is my thinking. I know this is this is totally dorky, but this is how you think, right? See
Absolutely.
the middle, that ring should be like, it should be thicker diameter or something, but
No, I get what you mean because especially because it's showing in the front that it's
like such a focal element. I think you could also
yeah.
put things on there. If I made it an actual bigger, like more substantial thing, it could become like a place where you could clip charms on, and you could make this into a more multifunctional element.
I like that.
I'm thinking that could be fun, right?
That would be fun. Speaking of charms, I don't know who else tuned in, but when you did your Shrinky Dinks,
Oh yeah.
I'm obsessed.
Okay, thank you. Because that was okay. We were talking about it yesterday for like a hot minute. So after I talked to you yesterday, I decided to go crazy. So
Oh God.
I know, but I couldn't help.
But I love it because when you get excited about something, you go
Hard.
Go
big or go home, y'all.
Like balls to the wall. I'm doing it. I'm here.
So I made.
Oh wow.
And so what I'm thinking is these could get clipped. I just put like just simple jump rings right now, some cute little like gunmetal ones to match the line work, the black line work. I literally made, but I made little ring sets for all of them. So if anyone should submit their like hands to me with their ring sets, and I'll draw them and make them their own charm. Wouldn't that be like the cutest thing?
That would be so fun, and it's really cool because it's very personal.
Yeah.
And they'll have your own, like, oh, these are my hands, but on my neck, or
right.
on as a bracelet, or whatever they want, or even as just like an art piece to stand up against the wall.
It could be like a little thing. It could be your keychain. It could be whatever, or it could be a magnet. We could put a magnet. It could be on the fridge. There's a lot of things. But I was gonna attach like these little spring rings, and then these could become like the little charms that you could attach to those bigger rings that I'm gonna build into some of these chains.
Absolutely. Even just like a full necklace of just all of that. That's insane.
Well, I started it here. Basically the biggies are gonna go into a full big necklace because I'm gonna just. So this is the beginning.
Okay. Ooh, it's like the perfect size too because it's like from afar it almost just looks like a textured pattern that you just put all the way around it. But when you get up close, it's even more of a conversation piece.
It's going to be all these little parts floating off. So I'm going to have a whole, like a wreath of these, I think. Oh. I'm kind
I'm
of,
here for it.
I actually got the right size jump ring, so I fixed them onto place so they don't move. So I can fix them so they're not all, it'll have a little bit, it'll lay perfectly because I've thought about this.
Of course, as a as a Virgo.
We're here for it, you guys. Uh, Definitely. This is you don't make good things unless you look at these details. They don't sit right on your body, you know?
Absolutely. And then it can like fling and it'll go under the necklace. It'll go, and it just isn't good a presentation.
I agree. So I have a ton of these mini ones, right? We were talking about
Mm-hmm.
that. Okay, I made these are like the little I could fit them into all the little ends. Tons of little minis, right?
Oh my God. And you were mentioning it as like a charm bracelet, right?
It's like charm bracelet, or I think the charm bracelet would be a nice effect because just going with the necklace effect. And then if I want to do simple things, I'll build off more. Like a good, look at how you build a collection, right? Make the crazy thing first, and then that's how I
Exactly. You make a little more commercial as you go, but you like, let me get the big idea out first, and then let me like
pare
make
it
it
down.
for.
Take this, do this, make 5 pairs of earrings from this idea. Ooh, are you? Do I see you here, Michael? Do you guys see me?
Thing on me.
Hey, I'm freezing on you. Or you? You're freezing on me. I switched to 5G from Wi-Fi. Did that help? Dang it. Hi, guys. Hey, everybody. Can you hear me? You see me? Okay, Karen, I don't know. Well, I made
I can see you. Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah. Oh
Okay,
wow.
like a little, I don't know. This is kind of, who knows? Oh, Michael, you're frozen.
That's cool. Even like
Bummer.
as like a
Okay,
cool brooch or something.
right? I'm
Yeah,
trying to think of
I
something.
love that. It's like a.
Well, because I have also these parts. You ever see these?
They look like not like a. Is it like a jump? Not like a jumper. It's I see them
Like
more
a
for like
carrot.
hiking purposes.
Yeah. I mean, it could be one
Okay.
of those. There's like a whole, I don't know. I
Yeah.
was like, okay. I brought a bunch of hardware to show you. So basically, because I was thinking if we make this chain bra, it's gonna have to. I think it should close in the front
I
because it's
agree.
gonna be. It's. I think here or here or I think easiest. So
Climber
um,
hooks. Thank
I
you. That's the proper term. Thank you.
I would never remember that, dude. So right. So I brought tons of pearls. I brought all the cable, tons of like this cable that I use is actually, and why I got super into the bigger ones is because I could replicate my smaller gold and silver. So the cable is this larger form that they use for airplane manufacturers. They use it for, I think, for pulling the brakes up in airplanes.
That's insane.
It's cool though because it really is super duper strong and awesome. So I have to I have to special order it because it has a soft coating over it that's like body safe.
Right.
Because otherwise
That's
it'll
insane.
hurt your skin. And I actually
Right.
brought an example of that because I have these another like fastener I was thinking about that could be, I don't think know how functional this is. This is the cable without coating on it.
Okay.
You see,
It's so yeah.
it's
It's
tiny,
so
right?
stiff.
Yeah, it's
It's
super.
tiny, but
It's flexible, but it's way stiffer, and you can all. It feels like it'll maybe fray and scratch you. I don't like that.
oh no.
But these are cool because they're those little. You can make. I thought you could make simple key rings.
Oh yeah, I love that closure.
Yeah, that's like a simple keyring. People, I don't know, I like stuff like I like weird closures. Yeah, I like this closure, right? I
Yeah,
literally
that's great.
just because I like the closure. It's so simple. I don't know.
That's
That was
amazing.
fun. But then I got a bunch of these class. So what kind of should it be like a circle? Let me get my pad out so we can draw as we talk.
Okay, so we were thinking. So we're going with the voters, and we're saying the sort of like the chain bra, like the pearl bra.
I think so. I mean,
I
unless
agree.
yeah, I think so because we talked about the pearl bra anyways. Or
Yeah,
pearl.
no, absolutely.
Yeah, I like pearls too. And I brought all of these special. Look at all the colors, right?
If I was at your apartment, that would definitely go missing.
I know you would like. I just want to. I wish it was small enough to dive into it, but I do want to put like my hand in it almost because it feels good. The pearls feel good on your skin. If you darn it. Oh, Michael's freezing on us again, but I'm gonna
Oh,
draw
I'm freezing?
a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay, better. I
I'm
know.
better? Okay.
I think it's just you know how it is. It's popular.
Everyone's on IG Live now. We're breaking the internet.
Oh, again, I love it. Why not, right?
Why not? Yeah.
Delicious. Okay, I was thinking with this, we can do a really simple one, or we could do a little bit more complicated one. It can be many different things. Think about that too, because it doesn't have to just be. We did this before.
Okay. Right. So it's kind of like,
The closure here.
right.
Yeah, you have that,
I have it. So it's just like an example.
which is
So
a
let's see.
so that reacts a little bit differently, right?
That does, yeah, that sits differently because this is more of like almost like a backpack style. And that sits more like it has like a one strand in the back and it has like
Yours has two strands in the back.
no, mine has one strand in
Yeah.
the back. But it's almost like you would close it like almost like a backpack, whereas I feel like that is almost like a halter.
Mm-hmm. It actually yes, with the double on the back right. With the double it's wait Sarah okay ask Sarah because like this we did this is what you're wearing and then it closes here so when you open it it's like this
Right.
clasp here the clasp here and this goes around so this becomes like a line of oh I have one too I'll try it on also
Yeah, we'll be twins.
hello so this could be like the basis point and they'll build something more crazy
Yes. Oh
or
my
not.
God, what's going on with mine? Okay.
It needs to be a little different though because different different materials react different ways.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Okay, so
Okay,
do
hold on. Hold, please, because I'm now wearing apparently more material than I did when we.
I know. Okay, we did not even see your cute outfit today. You have the cute jumpsuit on.
Yeah, I was like, let me feel like a.
Well, you look nice with the. I like it with the This one. So for me, I did no clasp.
Right.
Right.
So mine is kind of this. Mine has the same backing. See?
Yeah, but I put a clasp here in the front.
Yeah, there's something up here. Hold on. Hold, please. I'm
Okay.
having technical difficulties. But
I
so mine
said
is that similar backing.
double single outline on the front. Oh yeah, I made one with like a more complicated like a. So I took the back part. See this? Yours
Okay.
is totally simple and look like this, right?
Correct. So
Okay.
mine has that same backing. So it's like
And
that.
got a special one. I made Sarah a special one. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh, Sarah's fancy.
This has the clasp in front. I think that's a nice. I think that's a good addition, right?
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. It's a lot easier to handle and all of that.
Easy to put on. I think because this you saw me put this on. I am the only one that knows how to do it because
Yeah,
you
that's
know
intense.
I know because I can see it and also, but that's just me. I don't know if everyone sees that.
Yeah,
So that
that's a process.
yeah, of course I think I did it wrong. Yeah, so somehow I did see that I messed it up. So that's not good. That's
Yeah.
not
Is this how your bra is every day?
Oh,
Is this what women go through?
bra? Who's wearing bras? We're in quarantine, baby.
I mean,
No,
pre-quarantine, you know.
not great either. You're right. Yeah, it's like that. Literally, it is like I literally have to like get the courage up to take it on and off because it's too much work.
Yeah.
So this, okay, a little better,
Okay.
right? Tangled up in it, right? Totally. Okay,
Yeah. See,
this.
mine's easier because it's clipped in the front.
Exactly. That's what we're kind of going through the design process. So I brought a bunch of cool. So your clip, I put like a cool toggle, just simple.
Yeah. So you had it like
Yeah, I
sort
like
of
that.
like that.
Yeah, that I really like with the chain, and they add the little, like all the little claspies on there as a.
Mm-hmm.
But for this one, I have some options because I was thinking of doing the deco back. So we did the deco. This is the simple line back, right? But what
Mm-hmm.
more of a deco back like I did for Sarah's special one.
That would be
And
cool.
let me get some more paper here. Ta-da. Okay. Totally. Yeah.
I sure don't.
The Emperor's New Clothes, you guys. I mean, it's like there but not there, you know?
Exactly.
Not
But see, with these kind of pieces, it's very important to like to make sure that it's properly
balanced.
balanced and also measured, so that it depends on how you're gonna mostly wear it. So, love you too, Lauren.
A big sweater. We did. You wanted.
Yes.
That's why you need two, because you have to have one for the big sweatshirt.
And one for like the t-shirt and like the.
Hello.
Because this one's perfect for like a sweatshirt because it's the ball chain, so it's it has its own presence. But it's still very clean. Whereas if you were to add pearls to it, I feel like that's its own statement.
I think we should make that. It should be like dress up. This could be like button down shirt, even. This could be like a little bit. Don't you think? Okay.
Yes, like Rihanna at Victoria's Secret show. Yes.
We should get the back a little bit, even if it's not full pearled out. It has those deco-y lines, which are 1920s, which I think also references the pearls. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
we're gonna keep getting that nod to it, even though we're using this really super industrial steel cable stuff.
Absolutely. So it's like that cool mixture of like sort of like softened, fluid, gives a little bit of androgyny, but with all the industrial materials. I think that's really cool.
I think we should, because I think we're not going to do, I don't have enough just white pearls. We're going to have to mix in different colored pearls. So we're going to have that also to play with. So
I mean, as a mixed person, I'm here for mixed pearls. So
I think we should have clip-on tassels, clip-on tassel areas for sure with fringe.
Wait, like Dita Von Teese, like.
Yes. Oh my God, yes. Okay. Thank you. Any other recommendations? Gladly accepted.
Yes.
Like, okay, so for the back, because we did the simple. This was your simple back right now, right?
Correct.
So what if we did? What if we did something that went down to a circle like this and came off? Would it come off like this? Would it go down to one line? Do you want it to break up here even, or how complicated we're gonna get, you know?
Exactly, and especially with like if you're adding an Art Deco.
This is just some idea. This
Oh,
is
wow.
messing around here. I don't know.
And see, this is how quick like the process goes. Like we'll literally be sitting when we were in her studio. So this is like an example of like what we'd be doing. She literally just starts drawing, like as though she's like a scribe or like a like as though she's like a fortune teller, and she's just like, here you go, and then she'll make something like that. And we weren't even thinking about it, and it would just like come into fruition, which is so cool. It's like an Art Deco feel.
How much on the back we're gonna get? Maybe
I know.
a little bit minimalist. You can wear it both ways. You can have the front thing also as like a shield kind of feel.
Yeah. Kind of like the other harness that I have with you can wear it the double sides. That would be cool too.
I really
like.
like.
One side could have the pearl front, and then the back, and then like the back is just like this very intricate
Oh,
piece.
I love that. Okay.
So just depending on like how you're feeling.
So
And
okay,
apparently Lauren wants tassels, so.
yeah, yeah, no, totally. Okay, I'm seeing all this. So I'm gonna draw a little front too, and then
Okay.
kind of think about if we put the pearls in, what that's gonna look like, and then
Okay.
let's put hardware in the front because I want to get that settled and maybe because we have like 10, 15 minutes. Like we're
Yeah.
gonna get maybe some ideas on paper and maybe some things cut. Okay.
Perfect.
So I don't know if we'll get cutting. I don't know. Okay, so if we did this and there's a hardware thing in the front,
Mm-hmm.
this I was thinking could be a big ring or some kind of heavier piece to,
Okay.
but I don't know because we need it.
Do you want it similar to this sort of closure?
I don't know. That's why I want to show you some. Let's look at some hardware.
Okay, so let me grab the original. So this is the original closure.
Yeah, that's for the chain, but this is
Right.
we have we have less heaviness. This is a little bit lighter, so we can play with something heavier now in the middle. So I brought some different hardware options. So I brought these
Mm-hmm.
larger. It could be a big ring like this, steel, like these big steel rings, right?
Ooh, yeah. Kind
You
of
know,
sitting in the middle.
right? It could be that, and then everything
Yes.
to it. There's two clasps,
Yes.
and then
So it'd be
another.
like a similar closure. So it'd be like the jump cable closure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or I have closures to show you because I have multiple things that'll work with this. And I
Okay.
also the one this is kind of like a medium size. I also have you know how I source some of these in a really funny way. I went to Target and I was just thinking about it because I love sourcing weird materials. These I found are like a hardware thing, but I found black powder coated one like for the future in different colors like antique bronze. They're curtain rod. The things that attach to curtain rods. I just took
Yes.
the hook part off. And they had really cool, I thought, really cool finish hardware. I'm already done and they're not crazy expensive.
That's fantastic.
I can use them for my little purses and all this stuff. I also have this size ring, a little smaller. So
Okay.
there's, just to give you
We
like,
have options.
because we could have one here and one in the back. That could be part of the closure system. It could be like balanced.
Oh, that would be cool. I do like that idea in terms of like having both of them, like maybe this smaller one in the front and the larger one in the back, just because it's a
Yeah.
larger piece. I do. Let me
Or
put the larger one again.
it makes a statement.
That does make a statement, though.
It's a cute statement. Okay.
Yeah,
Think about
I'm here for that.
think about this and then
Okay.
let's clip some clasps onto it and see which ones look good.
Okay, perfect.
I have a couple different clasp options for you too. Just because it needs to be comfortable, it needs to look pretty. I love different shapes.
Absolutely.
So I selected a ton. Okay, I mean really, this is my little
Oh my god.
fun classy hardware section because we all need that. So here's the rings. I have some of like these kind of traditional.
Okay.
They swivel,
So
right?
that would be the connector of the sort of
Or it could be
the hardware.
one part. I think it's kind of big to have two and the ring, or
Yeah.
it could be. I don't have to think about that a little bit. There's also we love a bag of notions. Me too. It's like exciting notions. A little bit smaller version, more oval,
Okay.
nice, easy.
Yeah, very easy.
My
Because I have
dad.
like really big hands, so I always need like easier closures to like.
That's why I brought some biggies. I brought these. These are not big, but they are more traditional, like jewelry.
Okay.
But they're pretty cute, like a lobster, right?
Yeah. I like the one that's sort of like it almost looks like it's a bit oxidized
Yeah, the gunmetal.
compared to the other one, which is like bare. It's like a shiny silver.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Because I feel like that goes better with like the cable.
Yeah, if I can rough them up with sandpaper too, maybe.
That's how you. Oh, that's the process.
Mm-hmm.
See, I learned so much on these.
I mean, this is how you metals. So these are like kind. Now these might work. They work all little bit hard.
Okay. So
So
that would be a little bit harder to get off on that one.
fidgety.
Yeah.
Not terrible.
Right.
would a brooch in the center work for us fancy? Yeah, why not?
Absolutely. Add on to the regalia, of course.
Clip-on brooch.
That would be cool.
Hello, clip-on
Sort of
everything.
like a either like a crystal, like a large crystal brooch, like a pearl brooch or something like that.
Great way to start a piece, right? I'm here for
Yes.
Larry. Me too.
Same.
Kylie.
Love them both.
Okay, so I think this fits. Look how cool. I just like these because they do. Oh darn it! You didn't see that. You do. Has like that kind of thing. So that's
Snapback.
that's fun.
I'm here
That
for it. I love a
with
crunch.
the thinner.
Yes.
The biggies, we might have to do a little finagle.
Something a little, yeah, a little finessing. Maybe
No,
like, yeah, probably like that size would probably work better with that closure.
just to give you scale, or
Yeah.
yeah, I guess me is better. I'm like she's over
You're
there.
like, let me grab the mannequin. You're like, wait, I'm a mannequin.
I know. I'm learning things too. uh,
I live.
okay, let me put them on here.
Okay.
On just to give you. Oh, see, it's like a little bit. Not bad.
No. And I feel like once you add like the
These swivel really nice.
seal, oh, they swivel?
That is one of those you just makes life better with
It
your.
does.
With the toggle, I had to use extra jump rings so it balanced right because it's one of those. It has to lay right. So that would be like that. That's not bad.
That's perfect. And then on top of that, when you add the cable to it, it won't move as much, but it'll
Have a nice.
even like having it to like swivel would be fine too because it just gives it more movement.
Yeah, it's heavy enough. It's not going to swivel. It's going to balance. But then from here,
Right.
you could start adding. You can make little clip fringes, some pearl fringes to put in the middle. Let's think about that's a little addition thing, but
Yeah.
the basic down. You know what I mean? Because this I think is the winner.
That's the winner, absolutely. For the frontal closure, absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
So see, this is how like we start our process every time we do like a custom piece. So like we'll always start off with the hardware. Well, first the design, then the hardware.
Kind of ideas on design, and then go back and
Yeah.
forth. Dictates, right? A little
Absolutely.
bit the possibilities because I'm like, oh, that's not even possible. But usually it's pretty.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I could do that very easily. But what I also loved is that we added in this sort of additional part of the story where we asked everybody else like what they wanted or what they wanted to see be made.
Fun. Yeah.
Which is more fun, absolutely. And it's just like you get to see what they're looking at and what they're interested in, and you know.
I think this should have a detachable like choker right here.
You know, I'm always here for a choker.
We needed. I was like, that's too plain. Okay, duh. Okay.
I mean, you're adding pearls into it. You're adding.
Okay.
You're like, and your point.
Have we decided on tassels, Sarah? Okay, on the tassels. Okay, the choker, yes. So the choker would come up with this, right? What if we did? I would do like maybe like a 3-strand with those pearls. Maybe. Let me see if I can figure that out. That might be a little hard. But wouldn't that be cute?
Yeah. Do like either like but like a frontal 3-strand because then it's like you have it on one side and then the closure stops it, and then if you flip it on the other side, it's not there. So it's like a cleaner side, or if you want to add the pearls, but then it's like.
Oh, I like that. Also more comfortable.
That too, and then also if you flip it to like one side, the other side is like really great detail. So if you have the pearls on the front, even if you sit it on the back, it's like a cool detail on the back of your shirt or the back of your sweater or the back of your, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing a ball gown, but you know.
Yeah, it's like it'll be like a single strand also in the back, hopefully. Not collar.
We need matching whips. That's for.
Oh, I mean, we could do that too, but that'll be definitely new cat.
That's gonna be another segment. That's gonna be like Megan and Michael at night, like at dark.
After what's like Nick at Night? It's like,
Nick at Night.
Yeah.
So after like 9 p.m., then we'll have those sort of conversations. Yes, I'm here for that.
Okay. To do a little shorty thing on the. Well, this is also fast. You know what I mean? This. What if we did this? Could be the tassel that comes down here.
Okay.
would it be cool to have some tassel here in the front? I don't know how to make those detachable. Let me think of right?
Probably the best way to do that would be to have it on a strand of like the steel. So even like, you know how you have that necklace that you have, so she has this really cool necklace that sort of has one long strand.
Yes.
And then you have like the pearls sort of like thick sticking out on smaller strands.
Yes. I was thinking, okay, this could be the thing that comes down, and this is the tassels. And then this kind of a thing that clips here and it clips here, and this could be a little strand, and then stuff coming off of it. Clip, clip. You mean like a little mini bracelet almost?
Yes.
That could clip here. And that could come off. These are two clasps right here, two extra clasps. That's an idea.
That's an idea.
That's an idea, right?
That's an idea.
That could be a little detachable thing, but those could maybe, if it's the right width, it could become a bracelet that has fringe that does this, if we do the measurements right.
I know I have to send you my measurements. I'm not doing it right now.
No. I'm here for this too. This is like some fun stuff, you guys. Thanks for weighing in. We have like minutes. Any other additions? I think this is like, I like this idea about the back kind of being one strand. I'm gonna see how I can actually make that all work. That is a little, this I'm a little worried about.
That might be tough. That might be a little tough.
I'm gonna have to think about
but
this.
Because I feel like if you're doing all of this up here, I feel like it might even be cool to do it like be a little bit more muted up here.
It could be. Let me think about. I really like this idea. I want to do this.
Yeah.
Figure it out. I need to think about. There's going to be hardware that creates like a bar here to hold it to stabilize. Okay. I don't know if it needs that. That could be uncomfortable though, right here. Like.
I mean, I'll make it work. Fashion isn't supposed to be functional. It's supposed to be painful. So I'm just kidding. But no, I mean, we'll
all this. Okay, what about this? We have the big circles here and the big circle in the back. What if you had two small circles here?
Okay.
And those were the things that were the strands were woven.
Yes. Almost like I've seen a lot of things that are like antique like that. See, this is what I love. This is
thing. Thank you. Because then little clasps could attach to the harness. These could be boom.
And then that's how you separate it. So then the other side is just like without the pearl, and then you just have the pearl detailing on the front, but that's how it separates and transitions into the next phase of the design.
So it'll be like
I'm here for that.
You know, kind of like that, flat, but then curved will be like, okay, that is not a good curve, but you know what I'm saying. Okay.
No, I absolutely
pretend that was good. Perspective.
I love it.
I'm okay at drawing, y'all.
You're like, fantastic, but it's like I get like the vision. I get the gist.
Yeah, so they'll be like this, and then back here will be the back part. Okay, but here also, are we thinking pearls? Like, how are the pearls going to be all random? Is it going to be like weird shapes? Do you like try to? I blend in like some colors, mix in with mostly white. Like,
I kind of like it on like possibly one side.
Just one
and
side.
Just have the other side be like just the steel.
On this, just one side of pearl.
Just one side, because just you drawing it, I was like, that actually looks really cool with just like one side. So it's like this really cool detailing on one side.
And it will match the idea of the pearls being this weird, well, very asymmetrical. But we're talking a lot of symmetry, and then putting that little bit, mix the color. That's what I think. It's good mix the colors in, because I have really those gray. I have grays, pinks, and green, sage green. Makes it more dimensional. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna make it more modern. It's
I'm here for that.
The level from classic white. It's also what I have. So.
Listen, I'm not complaining. It's pearls.
We have 38 seconds.
Yes.
I'm going to post some of these pictures in this inspo, and we're going to tune in next week. We're going to continue this, because this is like going to be so fun to see this evolve.
This is going to be great. And I want to hear everyone's opinion. I want to hear what you guys are thinking, what you want to add on to it. So we're very excited. So please tune in next Thursday at 7. Yeah. And we'll continue on.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael. It was so nice.
Thank you, Megan.
Such a treat, sweetie. You guys have a great one.
Yes.
Happy.
Good to